My name is Philip Harlow. I'm President and Chief Operating Officer of Xtar LLC. So Xband has been designated by the ITU as for government use only, and specifically militaries around the world use Xband almost exclusively. Xband has some unique characteristics which are very useful to the military user, i.e. it's very good against rain fade. You can put a lot of power down on the ground to get very high throughputs. So Xband is very, very useful. And Xtar itself is a natural extension to the military satellite fleet. So any terminals that you can use on WGS, for example, can be used on Xtar. So we're the natural extension, the first place to reach to when you need more bandwidth. And Xtar offers a unique value proposition to our customers. We are a proven example of how the hosted payload model should work in practice, and we're unique amongst operators in that respect. Xtar's mission is focused solely on the government customer. It's not like we can go and sell Xband to the next broadcaster, to Turner or to NBC. So we only have a very small subset of customers in our industry. We are focused on their mission and their success. And it goes for the people in our company as well. We understand what they do, we know why they're doing it, and we're fully in support of their mission. In the past, our biggest challenge was getting Xband, commercially available Xband, accepted as part of the solution set, something that the government user could get access to quickly and effectively. That has been solved in large part by inclusion on the DSTSG contract in the late 2000s, and now it's been included automatically as part of the FCSA contract. In fact, Xtar was awarded last week its FCSA Schedule 70 contract, giving our customers better and quicker access to our bandwidth. I think here we're definitely talking about the mobile applications. So we're talking about mobility on the ground and the airborne ISR platforms, where there's a lot of movement, there's demand for high throughput and for very, very small terminals. So with Xband, what we're able to do is to get a lot of throughput into a very, very small terminal. A lot of that's to do with the physics of Xband, but it's also to do with the spacing of the spacecraft. Xband spacecraft are spaced 4 degrees apart, which allows us to put a lot of power onto the ground for these small terminals and make them work. So we believe that's going to be a large driver over the coming years of Xband. Well, our 2 satellites that we have today are hosted payloads, so we are working with those actively today. First of all, our Xtar LANT is a payload on SpainSat, and we operate that today. And then on our Euro satellite, we host a NATO-configured payload as backup to the SpainSat. And that's working very well for us. It's probable that as we grow our fleet in the future that we will look for other hosted payload opportunities, either our own capacity on another satellite or a government payload on one of our satellites. The main idea is to get more capacity that our government users are interested in and make it accessible to them. Absolutely. Xtar is a great proponent of the hosted payload model. We are successful at this ourselves, and we believe that the economics are compelling and will drive this to be much more of the norm than the exception as it is today. We've already seen some successful examples from the government side where they have put hosted payloads on commercial satellites like IRIS and CHIRP, for example. And we see this as indications that the government is willing to look at things very, very differently than they have in the past. And we think this is a good indicator for the future. We've also seen a lot of interest elsewhere. The Hosted Payload Alliance, for example, at their recent symposium, been a lot of interest there, and I think there are many, many other examples out there that's going to make this a much bigger part of our industry.